Hey all you cool cats and kittens, draft day baby 2020. That's not gonna work. I'm clearly not supporting anyone in particular. Go Bucks. But they are going to make history in the draft tonight, which I have a lot of skin in the game this year. Actually, I have no skin in the game. So yeah, so basically I just posted about how Ohio State wants to be known as BIA, best in America, and how I think they are best in America. There's a lot of dispute during the offseason about SEC teams claiming that they're DBU or RBU. I was reading a lot of different articles as I was preparing to write this piece in regards to the draft. I didn't really know what direction I wanted to go, if it was more just like a player profile or if I wanted to like try and find something else to write about. So I was reading this article from 11 Warriors, and there's an interview that Colin Hasshill did with Jeff Okudah back in October, towards the end of October, and Okudah basically just said that he wants his Buckeyes, his team, to be referred to BIA. So essentially this was during all of the talk and teams going back and forth claiming they're DBU, what have you. Okudah's like, please, you can be DBU, we'll be BIA. I'm here for it. So I felt pretty inspired by that. And then I started thinking in terms of the draft, I mean, yeah, okay. I think a lot of people base being best in America based off your record, your wins, consistently compete for a national title. So I think that's why maybe people so quickly think to an Alabama. I mean, clearly they play really difficult schedules, so they're just really good. And then you have Clemson, who I would say, yeah, you can definitely sit there and talk as a contender. Something just fell. A contender for BIA. They've won the title in 2016, 2018, played for it again this past season. They're consistently appearing on the nation's largest stage for the sport. Yeah, best in America. Contender. I understand the conversation around that. However, I think what many people fail to consider is what happens outside of the big game in January, and it's what happens on that spring day in April, which is the day of the draft. I think many people fail to consider, basically, how many times am I going to say fail to consider? That's at least another one. What people fail to consider, I think, is the output that these teams are putting into the next level. So if we look at Ohio State, shall we? So for instance, just thinking about Ohio State, just thinking about teams that are great, I think it's fair to say best in America goes to a team that's consistently in national title talks, consistently now in playoff conversation, which Ohio State year in and year out in one shape, form, way, another could be, I don't know. They're always in the conversation. They're definitely heating up on the recruiting trail. You have to be relevant, I think, in every piece. Off-season, recruiting, you have to be there. You have to be in the conversation. Playoffs, national title. You have to be consistently relevant all year round, year in, year out. That's my personal opinion. And I think Ohio State hits the mark on all of that. What they're doing right now is insane. We're all sitting here starving for sports, and Ohio State is single-handedly just slaying everyone right now with their recruiting. And I'm here for it. Again, not biased. I don't have any feelings towards it at all. In addition, Ohio State tonight is going to make history within the first 20 minutes of this draft. Of course, however long it takes for them to select Joe Burrow, all the hype in the media and all the great montages that they've created. Then they're going to have the second pick, the Redskins, and they're going to draft Chase Young. I'm pretty positive. But well, are the Bengals going to draft Joe Burrow? Yes, they're going to draft Joe Burrow. Is it raining outside? It's raining outside. So, yes. With that selection, Ohio State will break their tie with Southern California right now for number one for the all-time first-round draft picks in the NFL draft. Draft picks in the NFL, whatever. If you're in high school and your dream has been, since you could pick up a football, has been to play in the NFL. If Ohio State comes up on your recruiting trail and you're thinking about that little kid who was running around picking up footballs when he was 6 years old, you're going to Ohio State. What reason do you have to not go to Ohio State? Their output that they put into the draft is ridiculous. Ridiculous. An article from Sporting News is predicting 9 Buckeyes to be drafted overall. 2 Buckeyes will go in the first 3 rounds of the draft. You can consider Joe Burrow a Tiger. He is. He's also a Buckeye at heart. Anyway, basically my article, this is another wild video where I can't seem to shut up. My article, I suggest you read about it, is how Ohio State is best in America, and I think a large reason why they deserve that title is because of the output that they're able to put into the NFL. I think it's the players' development, the level of play which these players are at when they're ready for the NFL. It's not that they're just getting drafted, it's the fact that they're developing players who go in the first round. They go in the second round. They are good. They are very good. They're the best in their position, if not easily in the top 3, 5, whatever. Ohio State's kicking butt. They're strong. They're getting stronger. I think that at the end of the day, yeah, your go-to instinct. Who has the most national titles? Who's consistently playing for a national championship? Valid argument, but I think the one that we're really missing out on is what the program's actually doing. Therefore, my Bucks, best in America. I'm very excited to see them all get drafted. Again, I have no skin in the game. I have no personal care. Go Bucks.